So for the first Halloween series that we're doing, our first video was on dragons and Kundalini energy, how we all have our own tiny serpentine dragon, okay? And in this video, we're going to be talking about mermaids, okay? And my thoughts and relationship on mermaids, how I interpret mermaid energy, and yeah. So before I forget, please, if you're my YouTube family, please like, share, and subscribe to the video to stay updated on my content, okay? And let's get started. So if you catch me looking down, it's because I'm looking at my notes, but I want to highlight that the first thing that is important to understanding mermaid spirits or mermaid energy is that there are portals in the water. Okay, so just because you don't see them don't mean they're not there. They're on a whole different dimension than what you are on. Modern human, Homo sapien, just got here, baby race. Okay, like, okay. So, yes, like they could be hiding in different portals, different dimensions of light, okay, and things of that nature, all right? That's the first thing that you have to understand about waters. It's stuff down there. It's stuff down there, okay? All right, do we have to talk about the submarine this early in the video? Just stay tuned, okay? We getting there, okay? Because this is my favorite, okay? Before I spoil the video, let me just follow my notes of what I've just written, okay? Taking my time, okay? I want to also tell you guys that I think we have water spirits or mermaids because they are angels, okay? And so, as you guys know, we could have mermaids simply because there are waters in heaven, okay? And so, there's also waters down here as well, and so they are angelic figures as well, okay? I also think that there are different kinds of mermaids. There's a lot of people that are saying that this figuration of a mermaid is fictional, that mermaids really don't look like this, but I think that they do. Simply because as humanoid beings or human beings, we have reptile DNA. And so again, if you guys want me to reiterate what I said in my previous video, have reptiles can shapeshift. You also have the reptiles where they have a tail, and then you also have the reptile individual that looks like you at the top, okay? And so half human, half fish humanoids. I really do think that. Also, and then there's also the traditional mermaid that a lot of people who have said I've seen mermaids look more like this. This is the more traditional formation or form of the mermaids that people have encountered, okay, where they look like a whole fish with a human face, okay? And so they say that they aren't attractive, okay, that they kind of look spooky. But yes, and going from here, we're going to be talking about my relationship with mermaids, how I interpret mermaid energy, and whether or not I think mermaids are good or bad. And so with this being in the background, right, like people, and I've most recently watched Halloween Town, right? If you've ever watched Halloween Town, it's a Disney movie. It's on Disney Plus. I used to watch it growing up. And after rewatching it, it's crazy how similar it is to my life as well, if you know how Halloween Town is set up. But one of the grandmother was saying to her granddaughter, like people, you're gonna have good monsters, good mermaids, or you're gonna have bad mermaids and malevolent mermaids, you know what I'm saying? And typically they say sirens are the malevolent spirit of the mermaids, right? And then we have, the typical mermaid myth, right? where they are beautiful, or my interpretation is that, like people, there are going to be good mermaids and there's going to be malevolent mermaids, and sirens are usually the ones they give the bad rep to. And so I just feel like, as a child of Yemoja, if you don't know the Orisha pantheon, my crown mother is Yemoja, you know what I mean? And so my relationship with mermaids is that they're not necessarily good or bad, Some are good, some are bad. It just depends on the energy that you are trying to invoke and work with. But the mermaid forces that I deal with are high vibrational until you cross them the wrong way. So there are certain boundaries. This is why I'm very sensitive about even having an altar for the Orishas and things of that nature, simply because if you don't keep up with it, they'll perceive it as a sign of disrespect. And so there's a lot of, heavy details that you have to pay attention to. But the mermaid forces that I deal with are high vibrational energies that I believe they're mothering, they're loving. But if you double cross them or do something disrespectful, like anything that is dealing with this dimension anyway, we like to take kindness as a weakness. You know what I'm saying? And the the Orishas ain't weak, okay? They'll whoop that ass, okay? And so don't ever forget it, okay? Don't ever take their kind, mothering energy as a sign to just do any freaking thing, because it just doesn't work that way, on top of how the laws of karma works. When you take for granted something that's constantly giving to you, eventually that motherfucker is gonna fight back and start taking their stuff back, you know what I'm saying, and giving you a hard time, and so I think the mermaids get a bad rep for that, because they, to me, they are kind, angelic energies, and people like to take advantage of it, you know what I'm saying? And so naturally they have to, pop, like, let me tell you something, okay? And so that's just the energies that I'm getting from mermaids. There's also something called Mami Wata. Now, over time, Mami Wata was, has been amplified or simplified into one thing or one person, when really it stands for the whole Mer Kingdom system. But even Mami Wata, I think, is a high vibrational force. You just don't want to double cross Mami Wata, okay? You don't want to disrespect the entity of Mami Wata and the energy that she comes from, you know what I'm saying? And she's associated with the reptile as well as dragons, mermaids, and things of that nature. She kind of puts the tie together between our relationship with reptiles and mermaids, okay? But again, there's also something called the Mami Wata priestess, or Sibyls, right, which is the origin of women holding all the mystery systems. When we think about water, we think about spirituality, femininity, mystery, something deep into the water, something that's secret, a mystery system, a mystery school. And so my associated with mermaids is that if you're the daughters of mermaids, you also have the knowledge and the keeper of all this spiritual information, this deep spiritual knowledge, being the gateway between the physical and the spiritual as a woman. And so that's just my relationship with mermaids. I don't think they're negative. I don't think they're anything bad. But I also believe that we are in a day and age where the divine feminine is fighting back. Go check out the Divine Feminine series that I just did. And, we're living in a day and age where we are poisoning the waters, which is thus poisoning the feminine energies, waters of the heavens. And so thus you're poisoning her womb. And so this is a time where the divine feminine is fighting back. Peace.